Start. The recent encounter at Handwara in northern Kashmir, where Indian security forces took on terrorists, left 5 security personnel, including a colonel, dead. Stop. This has once again brought to the fore the terrorist threat emanating from Pakistan. Stop. Analysts of terrorism are well aware of the paradox that Pakistan is both possibly the leading perpetrator of terrorism and a major victim of the same menace. Stop para. This contradiction can be traced to the deliberate policy of the Pakistani state to create and foster terrorist groups in order to engage in low intensity warfare with its neighbors. Stop. Pakistan first operationalized this strategy in regard to Afghanistan following the overthrow of Zahir Shah by his cousin Daud Khan in 1973 and intensified it with the cooperation of the US and Saudi Arabia after the Marxist coup of 1978. Stop. Para. The Soviet withdrawal in 1989 left the Pakistani military with a large surplus of Islamist fighters that it had trained and armed. Stop. Islamabad decided to use this "asset" to intensify the insurgency in the Kashmir Valley. Stop. However, the decade-long Afghan "jihad" had also radicalized a substantial segment of the Pakistani population, especially in the northwest frontier province and Punjab, as well as augmented sectarian divisions not only between Sunnis and Shias but also among various Sunni sects, especially between the puritanical Deobandis and the more syncretic and Sufi-oriented Barelvis. Stop. Para. In the process, a number of homegrown terrorist groups emerged that the Pakistan Army co-opted for its use in Kashmir and the rest of India. Stop. But it soon became clear that Pakistan had created a set of Frankenstein's monsters, some of whom turned against their creator, especially after the Musharraf government, under American pressure, decided to collaborate with the latter in the overthrow of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. Stop. Para. But not all terrorist groups acted in this way. Stop. Lashkar-e-Taiba (late), the group involved in the latest terrorist encounter in Handwara, is a classic example of a "loyalist" terrorist organization that has played by the rules set by the Pakistani military. Stop. It only launches attacks on targets outside Pakistan, primarily in India. Stop. As the evidence in the case of the Mumbai carnage of 2008 clearly indicates, late operations are coordinated with the inter-services intelligence that provides it with intelligence and logistical support in addition to identifying specific targets. Stop. Para. This is why the late and its front organizations have continued to receive the military's patronage and unstinting support. Stop. Consequently, its leader Hafiz Saeed was until recently provided protection by the Pakistani state despite being designated an international terrorist by the UN and the US putting a $10 million bounty on his head. Stop. A Pakistani court finally sentenced Saeed to 11 years in prison in February for terror financing activities in order to stave off the global anti-terror watchdog Financial Action Task Force within bracket FATF blacklisting Pakistan as a terror financing state. Stop para. At the other end of this good-bad spectrum lies the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan within bracket TTP, which has ideological affinity with the Afghan Taliban. Stop. The TTP and its affiliates have fought pitched battles with the Pakistan Army in the federally administered tribal areas and parts of the NWAP. Stop. While both the late and the Jaish-e-Mohammed within bracket JEM have been engaged in attacks on Indian targets identified by Pakistan's ISI, the latter has not hesitated to launch terrorist attacks on targets within Pakistan as well, especially against the Shias and Sufi shrines. Stop para. Leading Pakistan watcher Christine Fair in her book Fighting to the End, the Pakistan Army's Way of War explains that the difference between late and JEM lies in the fact that while the former is more pragmatic and less ideological, the latter is highly ideological and sectarian. Stop. JEM draws its ideological inspiration from a very extreme form of Deobandi Puritanism that considers all those who do not believe in its philosophy beyond the pale of Islam and therefore legitimate targets of attack. Stop. For many JEM diehards, these include not only Shias and Barelvis but also the Pakistani state and the Pakistani military. Stop para. Late, on the other hand, does not consider Muslims of different theological orientations as non-believers and therefore legitimate targets of attack. Stop. According to Miss Fair, this relatively within quote liberal interpretation is related to the fact that Late draws its ideological inspiration from the sects called the Al-Ihadis, which composes only a small proportion of Pakistan's Muslim population and cannot afford to engage in sectarian conflict. Stop. Moreover, it draws its membership from different Muslim sects, including the Sufi-oriented Barelvis and the puritanical Deobandis. Stop. Both these factors drive Late toward greater tolerance in sectarian terms and to eschew intra-Islamic theological battles. Stop. Its primary goals are political, above all, driving India out of Kashmir. Stop. This gels well with the objectives of the Pakistani military and makes Late and Hafiz Saeed favorites of the Pakistani establishment. Stop para. This narrative makes one thing very clear. Stop. Many of the terrorist groups were deliberately created by the Pakistani state to serve its purposes. Stop. However, its ability to control the various terrorist outfits is uneven and some of them have turned against their creator. Stop. It establishes the fact that using terrorist outfits for state objectives is a highly risky business whose blowback cannot be predicted and can have very negative consequences for the stability of the state itself. Stop.